Hello everyone, and welcome to the WSHL Coaches Corner. I am Clif Foster, and we're going to find out what's happening in Brahmaland. Let's dig in. Joining me now are coaches Jeremy Law and Coach Joey Howze. These gentlemen here are putting up with us today here at the Coaches Corner in Zoo Roma in beautiful NITEC Sports Center in North Richland Hills, Texas. It's a gorgeous place. If you get a chance, come out and see some hockey, especially the WSHL Brahmas. Now let's jump in. Right now we have a very interesting Brahmas made-up team. We have some kids that kind of have a language barrier. We have some imports, as you guys so very well put it.
Right.
What kind of language barriers are you guys having to deal with right there?
Well, having 10 imports on our team this year is obviously the most we've ever had, and it presents some challenges, but also has a pretty nice makeup chemistry with having about half your team with the European influence of the game. So we have two Russian players that don't speak much English at all. So teaching them systems, understanding drills at practices, and it's challenging, but it's fun.
How difficult does it make it for you guys just trying to communicate just in general? Just trying to, not even trying to instruct.
On ice instruction.
Yeah.
We have our drive boards where we're using our boards, our coaches' boards, but then we sometimes have to stop a drill and walk them through.
Yeah.
Literally on our skates and show them what we're looking for sometimes. We also have had some players that skate with them that have stepped up and have done a phenomenal job with them. And the patience has been great. The chemistry with those lines have just improved immensely, even though there is a language barrier. Our boys have shown a lot of maturity in stepping up to that responsibility.
Right.
And we're very proud of the boys that we've had in those roles.
And the European players we do have, they're very smart on the ice, hanging back, not going in the front of the line so they can watch the drills, observe what's going on, and they pick it up real quick. So
now, what is it with them bringing in the European influence to the game? How has that changed? Has that changed your coaching style at all, or has it changed the way that you guys want to run the game?
Yeah,
play the game?
Absolutely. I think every year, you try to create a certain dynamic for your team, and you really have to kind of see what you have in order to decide whether you're going to be a really offensive-minded team with speed or, a defensive-minded team. So you really kind of sit back and look at the makeup you have, and then coach systems based on the players you have and their skills and talents.
Now, with all those players, you mentioned that you have some Russian players. Where else do these players hail from?
We have currently we have 6 Swedish players, a player from Czechoslovakia, and 2 Russian players.
Okay. So, wow. Yeah. You guys have a diverse crowd up there, don't you?
Absolutely.
Now, with all those players and all that kind of good stuff, then you bring in all the American-born or the Canadian-born players, and you set up. How are your practices and schedules going? How do you schedule those out?
Really good. I mean, right now our first games are coming up this weekend.
Right.
So we're 5 practices a week right now, 5 off-ice workouts a week, and we just set our schedule at every weekend for the week ahead, and the last 3 weeks have been in preparation to get started. So,
well, that's good to hear. Give us just a moment. We'll be back to the Coaches Corner.
For gourmet pizza and Italian cuisine, call Zaroma's Bar and Grill. Zaroma's only uses the freshest ingredients. Located inside the NITEC Sports Center, Zaroma's is your one-stop shop for food, friends, and Texas Brahmas hockey action. Visit www.zaroma.net for menu, directions, and delivery information.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. I am Clif Foster. Again, joining me are Coach Joey Howze and Jeremy Law. They have come all the way out from the NITEC Sports Center, which is right behind us. If you get a chance, come out and see us. We are at Zoo Roma's Bar and Grill. Beautiful place, great food. You guys eaten here yet?
All the time.
Oh my, isn't it ridiculous?
Awesome food.
So come out and see Zoo Roma's Bar and Grill. You can watch some great hockey. Now coming up with you guys is your first, this is the opening weekend, right?
Absolutely. For us, yeah, our league opened up last weekend. We had an off weekend, so
Okay.
our opening weekend is this weekend. So.
Now you're facing the Dallas Snipers. What do you guys have a game plan? What are you guys going to set up to face those Snipers?
You know, we're just focused on playing our game. Not so much really what we haven't seen them play yet. Obviously, they had a good opening weekend. They started off 3-0. But we just want to focus on our game plan and kind of go from there. So,
do you guys have anything special going on against the Snipers? Any rivalries? Anything that we should know about?
Well, we faced them the last 2 seasons. We faced them in the playoffs, and we've prevailed in both of those seasons. But again, it's the first of the season for us. So.
Right.
With them going 3-0 last weekend, it's not so much that we want to focus on what they have. We need to see what we have.
Right.
So everything that we've been in preparation for thus this week is all around what we want to bring to the table and to bring to the game. So that's what we're focusing on at this time with our practices.
I think they're in a very similar situation. We returned 10 players this year.
Okay, outstanding.
So we have a huge core of top talent coming back. And I believe looking at their roster, they returned about 10 players as well. So I think it'll be, just kind of a battle of who's been working harder in the off season and practices thus far. And I'm really looking forward to it. So,
with those veterans returning, what kind of roles do you expect those veterans to play in a game like what's coming up with the Snipers and all that kind of good stuff?
Well, having that many, I've never had the luxury of having that many returners come back. So for us this year, it's been, we don't reinvent the wheel. We stick with our pretty much the same game plan the way Joey and I coach. So it's been a pleasure having guys that know, the way we coach, our philosophies, our forechecks, our D-zone coverage, and I think they've really helped the younger, the new players adapt to our style of play.
Outstanding. Do you guys have anything that you want to tell anybody out there?
Other than we'd look forward to see you at our game Friday night right here at NITEX. Looks to be a great game.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are abroad, because you do have the parents, I'm sure not all of them were able to come across the pond, but they can tune in at fasthockey.com. They can join me. I will be their play-by-play voice and bring them out, have them tune in, and they can listen to the games and watch their kids and all that kind of great stuff. We really appreciate you for coming out and hanging out with us in this tiny corner of Zoo Roma that we have. But
thanks so much for your time.
No problem. Thank you, coaches, and
we appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us here at the Brahmaland Coaches Corner.